Times were tough, so I sold my soul. And I don't think I'll ever regain control. Devil looked me in the eye, now I look the other way. What else could I do? I just stared at the doorway, knew I'd rather be drunk with you. I'd rather be drunk.
Hey Internet, Dracofunk here, and this is my now mostly reusable space program. With me is ShaggyB.
That's right, and I'm loving the qualifier.
Now we are looking at Skrodrick right there in front of the Highway 47 recording studio, which is still inverted.
Yeah, he's mostly reusable.
Yeah, you know. It's fine.
Episode 20 is going to be kind of reusable.
I you know, it's going to be there before 20.
All right, here we are with the thing.
So this episode is titled Minmus Achieved. I got distracted. And basically, this is the S.U.V with Lagerfeld, Nielsen, and Orfert.
Lagerfeld. Wow.
Yes. They are going to transport the space station core to Minmus, which was their original mission.
All right.
I'm not very happy with this crew because they are the ones that caused the accident.
Well, you put a guy named Lagerfeld in charge of the, like he's obviously drunk.
Well, they're going to fulfill their mission. I had originally thought their craft came out mostly unscathed, but as I set out for this, I realized that the MechJeb unit is not there.
All right, Lagerfeld, it's all you. Lagerfried.
So, yeah, Lagerfried. I also forgot that Billy Boblong and Tedbury are also on the craft, and they're going to go to Minmus.
Stowaways.
I don't know if you saw, but I landed. I built a big SSTO and landed Bill back on Kerbin.
Good.
Mostly.
I think your angle's a little off.
Getting with the nuclear engines sometimes.
Oh yeah.
So I knew I was going to have to do mid-course course correction.
Yes.
Mid-transit course correction.
That's the one. Yeah.
Courses. That's hard to say.
Mid-transfer.
Yes.
That one.
I'm just getting things straightened up. The other thing I want to make sure is that I'm in a counterclockwise orbit.
Okay.
And you see me, I'm just like messing with things here to get it, kind of where I want. And I'm basically going to send 2 ships there for now. Mm-hmm. Ares 3, I don't think I launch it this episode. I think I launch it in next episode. Was going to go to Minmus, but now it will just be the replacement for Bill's Ares 1 ship. And this is the big mining craft, which is going to go to Minmus. And it has... Yes, that is actually the name of it. Big mining craft.
BMC.
And I'm naming them after pirate ships. So I believe this... What did I name this? I named this the Inferno.
There we go.
After the pirate ship from the Goonies.
Right.
Which you haven't seen.
I have not seen the Goonies.
I'm very sad, and I keep saying we're going to do a Highway 47 episode.
We will. That. It just hasn't happened yet. It's okay. There's plenty of movies. We'll get to it.
So it takes about 900 and something Delta V to get to Minmus.
Right.
And the big mining craft actually has a lot of Delta V.
Yeah, I can see that. The fuel's barely moving.
And it is carrying the station truss, which is also damaged because the end docking port is not there, and a ore tank. I have a
No,
couple more.
it doesn't have an ore tank?
It's carrying an extra ore tank.
It's carrying an ore tank. Okay, got it.
Well, it has an ore tank on it, but it's also carrying an extra ore tank, which the station truss is designed to hold 2 rocket fuel tanks, liquid and oxidizer, 1 ore tank, and then 1 monopropellant tank.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen it. It's exactly like the one that's in orbit around the moon.
Gotcha.
Or the mun, as some people call it.
There's an umlaut, so it's, moon or something.
Yeah. The mean.
I tend to pronounce umlauts as though I'm like having a stroke in the middle of them. So it's
I didn't really fix the transfer there, and it gets me in trouble because I'm like, where's the thing? And notice
whoops.
I have 43 seconds to get into a capture around Minmus.
You got this.
And I forget to turn the RCS on. Like 34 seconds. I turned the wrong way. With all the extra stuff added, it doesn't turn very fast. I went too far.
Logger Frid got distracted.
This isn't Logger Frid.
Oh.
I don't know who this is. This is Kilbert and Lannon.
Kilbert.
It's not Kilbert, it's Kelbert.
Kelbert.
Yeah, here I am. I'm getting it like just seconds to spare. I have to, since I'm so high up, I have to bring my velocity down to almost 0. And actually, I have to go the opposite way. But as you can see, I'm basically captured.
You're basically captured. You're almost captured.
And I'm going to get there now. I'm fine.
Yeah, everything's fine.
I'm basically in a polar orbit, though. But I got plenty of delta V to fix this. I don't know what I'm doing now. I'm just
I'm just panicking, like, we almost got it.
Yeah, there was a little bit of panic, but I'm fine.
It's fine.
Checking my delta V, orbit info, create an alarm, put it at periapsis so I can circularize, and I will eventually have to fix that orbit.
Yeah.
And now I have to capture the space utility vehicle, which I'm in a much better position for this. I'm basically in an equatorial orbit.
Yeah, that's fine.
And just put a alarm clock at periapsis. And there we go. Now I do just burn retrograde, and that should... Where's retrograde? There it is.
There it is. You do have the buttons that could point you straight at it. That's cheating.
Yeah.
There it is. There. Okay.
Well, what I did was I want to make sure I'm in a counterclockwise orbit, and I was actually would have been in a clockwise orbit.
Gotcha.
So I just burned to the point where I was going the opposite direction. And that also gets me a low periapsis, and I think I'm going to put this in 100-kilometer orbit, and as you can see, I'm basically there.
Yeah, pretty much. Are we, okay, yeah, now your altitude's changing, okay.
Yeah, I don't have MechJeb to give me any particular info, so I'm going to have to do this all using the maps, and basically in the orbit I want to be in.
It's so interesting because, like, I mean, you know, having learned how to play this game before MechJeb and before all the orientation buttons and all that stuff, like, it just seems, you know, it doesn't seem like cheating, but it's like, oh yeah, I've got this tool, you know.
Hmm. So here I am. I'm captured. I'm going to have to make a rendezvous with.
Right.
I'm going to have a little bit of an issue though, because that truss is supposed to have a docking port on both sides.
Yeah.
And if it did, it'd be really easy just to dock straight in to the station. And what I'm going to have to do is rendezvous with the station, unhook the truss,
Flip the truss.
well, move the station to the truss, which
Oh yeah.
it's not going to be too terribly difficult since it's not a big station yet, but it's still going to be a pain in the butt.
Are you gonna, like, maybe create a patch truss to, like, sort of clamp onto that truss and restore some of the functionality?
Well, I'm just missing the in docking port. The truss is meant to have, there's 4 big docking ports on it.
Right.
So I think I'm just going to leave it as it is and just not have another docking port on the end.
Makes
because
sense.
all of the tanks that are going to be attached to it have a docking port on the other end of it anyway. Like, you see that ore tank that's on the back of the mining ship?
Right.
That will attach into one of the 4 spots that's on the truss.
Okay.
Which I'm also going to have to flip that around to attach it to the truss, but that's that's not a big deal.
Burn time 0.7 seconds.
Close enough.
Yeah, it'll do.
Just using the rendezvous planner to help me get the rendezvous. I'm not good enough to do manual rendezvous. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the math is complicated. I mean, I understand the theory behind it, but it's just still like, it's like, oh man.
I know. But I'm doing all the flying myself.
Yeah. Well, Lanyard Kerman is helping.
Yeah.
That's Leonard. Leonard. Okay, sorry.
Lanand.
Lanand.
Yes.
Kind of like Lanyard.
And Kelbrett.
Kelbrett.
Kelbrett and Lanand. And they are going to be my Minmus miners.
Kilbert and Lanyard. That's our country music cover band now. Kilbert and Lanyard.
Well, here, I've rendezvoused with the station, and I knocked one of the solar panels off.
Oh.
There it goes.
Hey, you got really close, though. I mean, that solar panels.
Lannon's like, she is overjoyed.
It's like, I broke something, yay!
I don't know why I just lowered the landing gear.
Lannon is from farm country and hates solar power because of giving cows cancer or something.
Yeah, you can see I retracted the solar panel there. I'm just going to back away. And
just a nice safe distance.
Yeah.
Nice solar panel-y sort of distance.
And here I am trying to attach the truss. Ideally, I want to get it like straight on and not crooked. This whole Minmus mission has not gone to plan. Like, I was supposed to be doing this in like episode 14, and here we are, episode 16.
Fine. There you go. Hey, not bad.
And I'm just disconnecting it from the.
Oh, that was planned. Okay, so that was like, it's like, hey, you gotta connect it and just rip the head off of it.
No, I for some reason have yet to deploy the solar panels for the station.
Oh, well, you knocked one off.
No, I
Oh,
knocked
that
it
was
off the
off the
mining
other.
ship.
Oh, okay, right, gotcha. Oh man,
Yeah,
that's where you need it.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, that
It's
sucks.
so what I think I'm going to use the utility vehicle to capture that ore tank so I can connect it to the station.
Right.
I probably should have like taken their solar panels in.
Yeah, that's probably a good plan.
I should have.
Little gun shy on those, I would think, for a while.
I've decided I'm going to land this ship
Uh-huh.
back on Kerbin and repair it
That's
and
a good idea.
recrew it with a
With a competent crew.
yes.
Somebody who's not named after beer.
Yeah, gonna get Beerford Kerman.
Yeah, Budweiser on, yeah.
Coors, Paps, and Bud.
That's right.
It's a little cockeyed.
My name's Bud Miller.
So I think I'm just going to send the mining ship down and make its first mining run.
Hey, sounds good.
So
Now the mining activity is solar powered, right?
it takes electricity, yes.
Right. Okay. So there's something of a there's going to be something of a loss of productivity here.
It will not be as efficient, and
Yeah.
I mean I probably should land. This whole Minmus crew is not the most careful group.
They got the lowest scores, and everybody kind of hated them. Like they were just goobers, and so they're gonna send them as far away as we can.
I'm just stepping down my orbit a couple times so I can get a little bit closer and choose a good landing site. I want to land on the flat part.
Gotcha. You don't still have to map the whole surface of the planet, do you? To find ore to mine?
No.
Okay. I kind of like that part of the old mod for it. You know, that like back in the day.
Kethane or Kethane.
Ethane, yeah.
Oh, you just like saying it like Scott Manley.
I mean,
So this isn't like the greatest landing spot, but
it's fine.
it's close.
It's at sea level, mean elevation.
The hard part is that I'm really only above like a little part of the flat section.
Yeah, you got this.
So landing on Minmus is it's not
Slow.
hard to land, but it's slow. It's kind of like you slow down and like, okay, I'm falling. Man, I wish I was falling faster. I'm just gonna go over that way a little bit.
That's probably smart.
Yeah. And time warp down because Jesus is taking forever. Just to give you an idea, this is 4 times.
Yeah, right.
Like this whole mission is like 4 times. Like I've sped up the speed 4 times. Like not time acceleration. Like this right now, regular time is actually 4 times. I mean, I didn't want to crash, but you know.
Right. Altitude.
1,000 meters.
Oh, there's your shadow.
Yep.
Well, it was.
There, it's still there. Can kind of see it.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah. 187 delta V. It's really easy to accidentally slow down too much.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh.
Yeah. And now we're down.
Yeah.
So I have all that on action groups.
Mm-hmm.
And now comes the fun part, which is start mining.
Did you plant a flag?
I did not. I forgot to get anybody out and plant the flag. I was just... I'm not happy with these guys.
Oh, yeah, they don't deserve it. You sit in that capsule and think about what you've done.
Yeah. Think about how there's only one, like...
Mission Control's like, when you find that solar panel, then you can get out and plant a flag.
Yeah. So I have to shut down everything and restart it.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to cut through, like, there was a long time of that. Like, Kelbert's kind of bored. Linan is like, yeah. You know, so I got a nice big full tank. Got to make sure I stop everything.
Retract all the panels.
I'm hitting like the action group right now, and for some reason it's not working.
Cool.
The next mining ship I send, I'm going to go redo the solar panels and figure out why one of them doesn't work with the action group. Like I have that with the moon one, only one of the solar panels reacts to the action group. So what happened was I managed to knock off the only one that worked with the action group.
Of course.
Just checking everything, trying to figure out which way I need to go when I launch. Which way do I need to go? Is that the right way? Probably not.
Close enough.
I'm just going to assume it is. I mean... I'm going to put myself in a 50-kilometer orbit. The station's at 100. So I should be able to get a rendezvous from this orbit without having to make another one. And I'll just circularize this. Let's see, it's around 50.
This is fine.
It's close enough. And then just use the rendezvous planner. And I got a nice big chunk of fuel to take back to the station.
Perfect.
And I'm going to refill that base utility vehicle. And in the next episode, I'm sending them home.
Yeah. They've earned a desk job. You know, politely.
Yeah, I think I have some plans for them. It's going to take a little bit to get that.
Might take, say, 5 months. Or so, minus a few days.
Oh, just going through the steps of rendezvous. Doing it through the map because I forgot I was filming a video.
That's Kilbert and Lanyard's first album, by the way, The Steps of Rendezvous. You want to be Kilbert or Lanyard?
Lanyard because, you know.
Yeah.
Just coming in for a rendezvous, accidentally thrusted too hard, spun around
Whoops.
too much. Just going right past it. This whole, you know, this Minmus crew,
they're just drunk. My name's Kilbert.
And I'm just flying around the station. So I've been naming all my stations after the space shuttles.
Yeah.
And going in order. So the first station in orbit of Kerbin is named after the first space shuttle, which was Enterprise.
Yeah.
So I have Enterprise Station. Man, I'm still 100 meters away. I'm like flying around the station instead of like docking with it. Anyway, the moon station is Columbia Station, and this station will be Challenger Station once
I was gonna say that seems appropriate. Yeah,
once I get it around to being named.
2 out of 3 of your stations have exploded when they were space shuttles.
Well,
I'm Kilbert, and this guy here is like a weight around my neck. That's why I call him a lanyard.
there is no way this. Remember,
Yeah. I know where we are. We're on the cursed planet. Or moon. The moon's cursed.
the
That's what I'm
moon of the
saying.
damned.
That's right. The moon of the drunk.
Just coming in here for a nice docking maneuver.
Can't really see your got that nav ball there.
Over. Oh, I'm
Kinda,
getting it. I got it.
yeah, it's just can't, it's just. Oh, you're coming to that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, the one that's targeted.
And this is regular speed. I did not realize this at the time, but my capture program was not capturing any audio.
Come on. Come on.
Almost.
Doing a little twisty, doing a little wobble. Oh, still wobbling.
It's coming back.
Oh.
There we go. So now we're there. Eventually, I think in the next episode, I remember to actually name the station. But this has been episode 16. Good night.
Good night, everybody.